Yeah.
just want to add with that, bakit ako nag-decide to go back to college? Parang stable na yung freelancing career ko and I already like what I'm doing. It's because ayoko na may closed doors. Like eventually, pag nakahanap ka ng opportunity and you need college degree, wala na. Like, di mo na mapapasok yun. Hanggang lang mag 4 years ka para lang ma-enter mo yung gusto mong opportunity na yun. So, if you have the privilege, yun nga, if you have the privilege to study, if may nagpapaaral sa'yo, then treat your side projects as side projects. Don't make it your life. Kasi for me, yun nga, studying is a privilege and at the end of the day, it's something na hindi matitake away sa'yo ng kahit sino. So, if you have the privilege for it, do it. Pero, it's also okay if you take a pause and try to understand kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo kasi your career is your own journey and kasama dun yung degree mo.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. And for today's episode, we're gonna be talking about side projects up until to career power up. So, how those two bridge together to improve your skills as well as your knowledge in terms of the industry. So, I'm Piolo.
I'm Andre.
I'm Jed.
I'm Andrea.
So, does anyone of here, syempre, I think all of us have started, from the beginning. Hindi ka naman agad sumasali sa competitions and stuff. You've tried to learn something. So, any thoughts of or gustong mag-share with their first side project or personal project?
I guess I can start. So, when I was third year, I was desperate to get a very high paying job. And learning that what it takes to get it is to actually have a very outstanding resume or portfolio. And that's where I decided I should make my own startup. And this was one of the best things I've done for my career. Because usually when I look for jobs, my startup is the key piece I talk about in interviews, and that's how I get hired. And after being in the interviewer side, after seeing lots of fresh grads, I think really having a passion project or making your own thing really makes you stand out among the others. Because it's really rare for someone to actually make their own thing, because people are usually confined with the school projects or very small stuff. But I think it's really, really passionate, especially in the current job market, to have something really substantial or a good passion project that will lead to your next big role.
How about you, Andrea?
Yeah, so for me naman, actually, when I started, very weird kasi I was a fangirl. So, dun nagsimula yung passion projects ko. So, when I started my portfolio, I'm actually a social media manager. So, when I started, super empty yung portfolio ko except K-pop edits. And that's actually what started for me. So, it was just like fangirl edits, like happy birthday to my idol, happy birthday Hechan, ganyan. And then, I started joining fandoms. So, we were building up coffee events, ganyan. And then the results that we got from that, yun yung nilagay ko sa portfolio ko. And that's what eventually landed me, my client. Although my first client, it was like a coffee shop. So parang medyo out na siya dun sa, parang it got nothing to do with K-pop. Pero my passion project, my side project na I started out of habit. I started out na wala akong hinihinging kapalit. I wasn't really expecting income from it. I was just like a 17, 16-year-old fangirling. And I eventually got money out of it. I eventually used it for my career. I'm still using it right now. So yeah, that's my first passion project and my first ever side project that I've got. So it wasn't monetary, pero it was, I guess, the recognition of my work from the fandom na helped me into like building confidence and building my portfolio as well.
How about you, sir?
Ako kasi, yun nga, given na nung college ako, I was a human biology graduate. So, yung parang, diba, like, what would you build as a side project? So, yun nga, while I was self-studying how to code, ganyan, usually mga theory and other stuff lang matututunan mo. So, what I did was, I made, kasi meron akong like physics class, tsaka like chemistry class. So, what I did was to build calculators out of that. So, yun yung parang naging project ko na parang, wow, you can make calculator or what using web, ganyan. So, yun yung naging first side project ko.
Actually, it's very interesting kasi almost all of the starting projects, if you're starting to learn code, are actually, it's either magtutudo app ka or magka-calculator ka. On my end naman, I haven't really delved into personal projects up until now. Pero ang basis ko for gaining experience is joining hackathons.
Hmm.
So, I'm very thankful na during my time in college, I've met peers na active dun sa hackathon scene. We've won some, so I guess there's something out of it. Pero, looking at it, especially on the student's perspective, you're gaining skills, but then at the same time, you're still studying in the academy. How do you balance doing those kinds of stuff, personal projects or extracurricular activities, and then at the same time, you have stuff to do with the academy, like papers or projects related to it? Ano ba yung mas matimbang doon if you're gonna sharpen your skills or you're gonna ready yourself in the industry? Is it the experience in the academe or the experience that you got on extracurricular or external activities that you're doing?
Siguro kasi, di ba, like, sobrang different ng dalawa. So, ano talaga, like, you really need to set up extra time for it. Ang swerte lang nung iba na yun na rin yung, kumbaga, malapit lang yung isa iba. Pero ako, I have to really, kind of set some time, pag free time, ganyan. Given na hobby ko yun. So, like, sometimes, nagtete community din ako eh. So, while naka-white uniform pa ako nung time na yun, I go to tech communities, ganyan, na may event, ganyan. Or sometimes, nakita lang ako naka-white uniforms, nagko-code ako, ganyan, on the side. So, really need to find time if you wanted to really be beyond what yung iba, ano mo yun, like, to be better than the best. Right. Really have to set time.
For me, I think very close to me this decision because I really intentionally dropped my laude to really focus on portfolio building and making a startup because I realized that, for example, you're a recruiter and you're presented, let's say, 50 graduates from UPD. It doesn't really matter. They're all from UPD. So what is their differentiator? And it's mostly going to be their portfolio or their passion project. So for me, I would really suggest to have a really strong portfolio compared to have a really strong school. And, at this day and age, schools don't really matter that much brand-wise. It's really about your skill, your track record, and what you've really done in the real world.
How about you?
So actually similar to me, I actually intentionally dropped out of college to switch parang career because I was studying international studies and then I was working in marketing. So parang medyo hindi na siya masyadong related. Ang layo niya na, sobra. And parang na-realize ko na hindi na nagmamatch yung gusto ko sa ginagawa ko. And so eventually, I decided to drop out and try to explore kung ano pa ba yung opportunities yung meron dito sa... I'm a freelancer, so ano pang opportunities yung meron sa freelancing career ko. And yeah, parang doon ko din na-realize na, kasi while I was studying, napapabayaan ko yung ACADS ko eh. Doon ko na-realize na I like what I'm doing. I like freelancing more than academics. Pero I'm now going back to college. I'm actually gonna study marketing na as a bachelor's degree.
Nice.
So for me, rather than understanding kung ano ba talaga yung mas importante, side projects or academics, intindihin mo muna kung ano ba talaga yung priority mo. For me, I knew na priority ko is to make money and to start my career.
Nice.
So that's what I prioritize first. And ngayon, na alam ko na yung gusto ko, then I'm ready to step back into academics. And dahil related na siya sa career ko, then it doesn't matter kung ano unahin ko kasi they're both beneficial for me just as equally.
Parang it's a common sentiment nowadays na you don't have to finish your studies. As long as you back it up with what you do. Parang meron kayo papakita na this is my experience. Although I haven't finished my studies, I've already gained this type of experience, etc., etc.
Whether you're a company looking for visibility or a community friend who simply wants to support, every contribution helps us keep delivering episodes twice a week, and even more special features. Check out our sponsorship tiers and join us at patreon.com/kakacomputer.
But, studying is still a privilege. Eh. If you can, go, just do it. Kasi I'm still encountering some hiring professionals or yung people with HR na tatanungin ka nila. Although meron ka experience, have you graduated college? So meron pa ring bearing at some point but not necessarily before na kapag hindi ka nakapagtapos then you will enter the industry. Parang it's a stumbling block. So I think...
So, just want to add with that, bakit ako nag-decide to go back to college? Parang stable na yung freelancing career ko and already like what I'm doing. It's because ayoko na may closed doors. Like eventually, pag nakahanap ka ng opportunity and you need college degree, wala na. Like, di mo na mapapasok yun. Hanggang lang mag 4 years ka para lang ma-enter mo yung gusto mong opportunity na yun. So, if you have the privilege, yun nga, if you have the privilege to study, if may nagpapaaral sa'yo, then treat your side projects as side projects. Don't make it your life. Kasi for me, yun nga, studying is the privilege. And at the end of the day, it's something na hindi matitake away sa'yo ng kahit sino. So, if you have the privilege for it, do it. Pero, it's also okay if you take a pause and try to understand kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo kasi your career is your own journey and kasama dun yung degree mo.
I guess let's go back to the topic of side projects.
Yeah.
I think most of us wanted to hear or to read na ano ba yung magnum opus of side projects. Kumbaga parang what side project would shine out kasi some people they tend to think of side projects as a life-changing app or whatsoever instead of, just gaining experience. So, in your opinion, does it have to be impactful or, just do something that you love and then learn from it, then apply as you go?
For me, my first side project was really about helping me, right? So I created a tool to help me make more money, and eventually it grew so big that I actually earned substantial amount of money from it. And I think that's impactful in a way because you help people make more money, which is interesting. But side projects don't really have to be like that. I think side projects should just be unique, sufficiently complex, and just really demonstrate that you're learning skills that you otherwise would have learned in college.
Probably same, no? I also did hackathons, no? So when I try to do side projects, tinatry ko to really incorporate all of the tech stack that I wanted to include. So kaya medyo gusto ko Angular, ganyan. So yun yung gagamitin ko. So that when I apply for jobs, I can leverage that. Oh, you can check my project. I use that technology.
How about you?
Actually, medyo similar din. Parang for me, rather than seeing it ano yung impact doon, parang just try to do what you can. Kasi you'll learn along the way naman. Like for me nga, my first project was just fangirl projects. And then eventually, nagamit ko sa portfolio ko. And then I stepped up into my other projects became paid na, ganyan. So, just do what you can at the moment. And then, yung projects mo na yun can also be like a witness of your journey along the way.
I think same sentiment style at you don't have to start on something big. You just have to start.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kasi some people meron silang tendency na they tend to overthink things before they start. Tas ang nangyayari analysis paralysis, wala nang natatapos. Just start doing something, although let's say it's just for fun or it's very simple because as you go along with projects that you do along the way, yung natututunan mo dun sa basic projects mo, ma-apply mo yun dun eh. Parang nagko-compound siya over time. So, it's very important na you just start for fun or, if you have a problem that you encounter, then you have thought of a solution, then, just try doing it. I guess we can talk about open source for quite a bit because I think in the tech space, it's some people start to, gain experience or learn something in contributing to open source. Medyo laganap na yung open source software ngayon, as we all know. Do you think it's worth contributing to these kinds of projects although wala siyang bayad? Kasi some open source projects are just, helping the community, etc., etc. So, what's your take on that?
I think for me, definitely yes. So one example right now is yung sa Better Gov PH, right? Where we have a big open source culture and you can really contribute. I think it being unpaid isn't really a big con. Because first, you get to demonstrate real impact. Second, you get to learn from really experienced senior engineers that are reviewing your PRs. And, just learning through what people have built can really help you learn faster. And lastly, seeing that you actually help the government, and right now our government isn't really in a good state, I think that's more than enough fulfillment to get to contributing to open source.
How about you, sir?
Well, ako, yeah. I mean, diba, it's an activity. So, mas okay na to have something on your GitHub na, tuloy-tuloy yung contributions niya than have empty. So, kumbaga regardless of kung meron man yung bearing or wala, it's just good to have something that you're doing continuously. So, it's just good to contribute regularly.
Siguro in terms of marketing, let's say you're offered a pro bono project. pero you see it as a way to gain skills. Would you accept it? Medyo challenging, I guess, on the
Yeah.
marketing side because you have to
Yeah.
thought of something, etc.
Yeah, and also
etc.
parang iniisip din yung return eh. Like, walang investment sa akin, pero isipin nila yung return. But for me, yes, I still accept it. I actually do parang work with some unpaid or pro bono clients na, what do you call this? Parang founders sila ng mga helping animals or helping people. So, it's not really, by that time, it's not really about the money, but also the knowledge. And for in marketing kasi, it's very important that you think to humans. Like, you think like a human and you understand how human brain works. And so, by doing these pro bono projects, naiintindihan ko, especially since, yun nga, it's from agencies na helping people like animal founders, ganyan, animal rescue founders. So, mas naiintindihan ko kung paano makukuha yung sympathy ng people even though unpaid siya. And also, it keeps me like intact with why I'm here in the first place is because I love what I'm doing. So, if puro pera lang yung iniisip mo, then you'll lose that love for what you do. So, yeah.
I think closing thoughts. What would you give for people starting in tech na they're learning new things on creating side projects? Maybe, where to start or on your experience, ano yung stumbling blocks nyo para ma-avoid nila if ever?
I think for me, just build something that actually helps you or helps your problem. I think that can really be a solid motivation to actually finish the project because a lot of people start stuff but they don't finish. That's because walang intrinsic why, and if you have an intrinsic why, it will help you finish the project better.
Just just start with anything. It doesn't have to be very impactful. As long as you be more consistent. It's just about showing consistency kasi when hiring people, look at your portfolio and there's laging merong contribution, it really shows that, passionate ka with what you do and you know what you're doing.
How about you?
So sa akin kasi parang ang daming lumalapit din sa akin na they want to be freelancers, they want to be social media managers and virtual assistants. Ang dami-dami nilang courses na tinitake, ganyan. Ang dami nilang side projects pero wala pa rin silang start or wala pa rin silang nalaland na clients. And I think that's happening because yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi mo, analysis paralysis. So if for me, yung main advice ko, if you want to start something, just do it. It can be bad. It's okay. You can be a bad social media manager. You can be a bad freelancer, a bad VA. But at least you're a VA. Like, nasimulan mo. You can be good along the way. Like, your side projects can be bad. It's okay. It doesn't have to be good. Kasi nga, side projects, andyan siya for you to learn. So, yeah, just start. It's a decision to start, just don't stop waiting for like a sign, a signal. Stop waiting to be good. Simulan mo lang and it will be bad. But that's the point. For you to learn and for you to know kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo and yung kaya mong gawin.
So I guess that's it. Start with the why and just start doing something, even simple things or the things that you love. I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thanks to our sponsors, Tutorials Dojo, Young CTO, Amazon Web Services User Group Philippines, Facebook subscribers. On to our next video topic.